Today's video opens with the bright lights, iconic buzzers, and electric energy of Britain's Got Talent as we dive into one of the funniest and most unforgettable auditions in the history of the show. Welcome back to the channel, where we relive the biggest shocks, wildest performances, and moments that made television history. If you love talent shows, unpredictable auditions, and powerhouse personalities who walk onto the stage ready to blow the roof off, then get ready because this episode is about to take you into the world of a performer who does comedy, impressions, singing, and character transformations with so much speed and skill that even the judges struggled to keep up. This is the story of Jess Robinson and how she delivered one of the biggest laughter explosions ever seen on Britain's Got Talent. The camera opens on that familiar view of the massive BGT stage. The audience is cheering, some fans waving signs and banners, the judges taking their seats with cups of water, pens, and the famous buzzers in front of them. Simon Cowell sits in the center with his classic calm expression, the kind that hides whatever he's thinking. Amanda is smiling warmly. Alicia is leaning forward, ready for a show. David is already grinning, hoping for something chaotic and spectacular. Everyone is seated. Everyone is watching. And then the stage door opens. Jess Robinson steps out with a confident smile, dressed in a stylish outfit that already hints she's a performer who loves character. She waves at the audience, and they instantly react with cheers. She says hello to the judges with a voice that's warm, friendly, and ready to entertain. Simon leans back slightly. He is curious. From the very first second, there is something different about her energy. She has that controlled confidence that only true entertainers carry. She looks like someone who has spent years practicing their craft, waiting for the right moment to show the world exactly what she can do. Simon asks the classic audition opener. Tell us who you are, where you're from, and what you do. Jess responds smoothly. She explains she is a singer, actor, voice artist, and impressionist. The moment she says impressionist, the judges exchange quick glances. You can practically see Simon's eyebrows raise a millimeter. Impressionists have appeared on the show before. Some were great. Some were less than great. And the judges never know what to expect. But Jess continues with a sparkle in her voice. She says she hopes to bring something fun, something unexpected, something that will make everyone laugh. Right then and there, the audition instantly becomes more exciting. David Walliams lights up like a child who has just been told he can open presents before breakfast. He leans forward, clasping his hands together, already delighted. Amanda nods encouragingly. Alicia grins as if she is already rooting for the performer. But Simon, ever the skeptic, simply says, "All right, well, we're ready. Show us what you've got." The music hits. The lights shift. Jess stands center stage, takes a small breath, and suddenly, she transforms. Her voice snaps into a perfect impression of a world-famous singer. The tone, the pitch, the accent, the vibrato. Everything is so spot on that the audience gasps. Amanda's hand flies to her mouth. Alicia's eyebrows shoot up. David is already clapping like he can barely contain himself. And Simon does that rare, priceless smile. Not the polite one. Not the maybe this will be okay smile. The real one. The smile that means oh wow, this is going to be good. But she doesn't stop at one singer. She switches to another instantly. Then another. And another. Each impression is so sharp and so precise that it feels like she's playing a game on expert difficulty and winning effortlessly. She mimics voices ranging from deep soulful icons to powerful belters to quirky pop stars with such speed that the audience can barely keep up. Every time she shifts into a new persona, the crowd erupts. People are laughing, cheering, clapping. Some are holding their heads like they can't believe what they're watching. Jess doesn't just change voices, she changes posture, facial expression, energy, even the way she moves her hands. She becomes each character. She bends her voice like it's a living instrument. She introduces comedic twists, making the performance not just impressive but absolutely hilarious. Every transformation feels like a punchline delivered with perfect comedic timing. The audience is roaring now. Laughter fills the entire theater. Simon glances at the other judges with a look that silently says this is absolutely brilliant. David is literally bouncing in his seat with joy. Amanda looks like she might fall out of her chair laughing. Alicia keeps shaking her head in disbelief because the performance is so clean, so smooth, and so fast that it barely seems human. Jess ramps it up even more. She merges impressions into each other. She creates mashups that no one has ever heard before. She takes a classical voice and flips it into a pop diva. She switches mid-note from one personality to another. The speed is shocking. The audience is screaming now, a wave of sound that fills the entire studio. And then she hits the final act of her performance. A grand finale of rapid-fire impressions delivered with full character commitment, sharp comedic timing, and a vocal range that leaves everyone stunned. She ends with a powerful last note that transforms into a final surprise impression. The applause hits instantly, like a wall of sound. People are standing, cheering, whistling, clapping above their heads. The theater lights flicker off their hands as the entire place erupts. Jess laughs shyly, almost surprised by how huge the reaction is. But she deserves every second of it. Amanda is the first to speak. She tells Jess she is absolutely incredible and one of the funniest auditionees they've ever seen. Alicia follows with a huge grin and says Jess brought something totally fresh and exciting to the stage. She calls the performance brilliant. David goes next. He delivers one of his signature enthusiastic compliments, calling her a total superstar and one of the best impressionists ever to appear on the show. He tells her she made him laugh so hard his face hurts. And it is so true. He looks like he has been laughing non-stop for minutes. Then all eyes turn to Simon. He sits back with that trademark half smirk, tapping his fingers lightly on the desk. And then he says something that every performer dreams of hearing from the King of Talent shows. He tells Jess that she didn't just do a great impression act. She delivered a world-class entertainment performance. He says she surprised him, impressed him, and made him laugh harder than he expected. His voice has that tone, the one that means he knows she has the potential to go far in the competition and even beyond it. The audience cheers again at his words. The judges raise their hands. One by one, they hit the yes button. 4 yeses. A standing ovation. A theater full of laughter still echoing through the air. And a performer whose life changed in just a few minutes. The camera follows Jess backstage as she is hugged by her family and friends, all of them celebrating her victory. She's smiling widely, still buzzing with excitement. Her performance has gone viral within minutes. Clips are being shared. Fans are cheering her name. Already, she is becoming one of the most talked about performers of the season. But what made Jess Robinson stand out so much? What made this audition become such a legendary moment on Britain's Got Talent? It was the perfect combination of mastery, personality, humor, vocal skill, and an X factor that can't be taught. Jess didn't come on stage to do simple impressions. She came to deliver a full theatrical experience. She didn't rely on one impression. She unleashed an entire library of voices. She didn't stand still. She performed. She entertained. She surprised the audience at every turn. And she did it with so much joy and charm that people couldn't help but fall in love with her. The laughter she created that night was pure, loud, uncontrollable, and unforgettable. It wasn't forced. It wasn't scripted. It was the kind of laughter that fills the room, spills into the hallways, and stays with people long after the show ends. Jess became a reminder of what Britain's Got Talent is all about. Surprise. Talent, entertainment, and performers who walk onto the stage ready to share their unique gifts with the world. This audition didn't just get applause. It got the biggest laughs. The kind that the judges talk about for weeks. The kind that fans replay over and over. The kind that becomes part of BGT history. And that is why Jess Robinson's audition remains one of the most iconic comedic musical performances to ever hit the stage. She didn't just impress the judges. She made the entire theater explode with joy. She didn't just get a moment. She created one. And as she walked off the stage that night, she carried with her the sound of 1,000 people laughing, cheering, and celebrating the brilliance of a performer who knows exactly who she is and what she can do. That is the story of Jess Robinson and how she delivered the biggest laughs on Britain's Got Talent.